that bitch.
Extra honest, extra unbiased, but a little bit shady. Go ahead, like and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Del, and you're here to be extra with Del. So if you're new to my channel, then you probably don't know that I vlog about beauty pageants yearly, particularly Miss Universe, where I talk about my opinions, my favorites, and just assess who's gonna win and who's not, and also doing recaps of the shows. And today I wanna, again, focus on Miss Universe Thailand's recap 2023. Let's go. So first and foremost, I want to sort of just discuss the elephant out of the way. And we know that elephants are really important in Thailand. Isn't that crazy? So I want to discuss the fact why it kind of took me a couple of days to make this video. It's because I was kind of really deeply hurt of what happened. Yes, I love Anntonia, but I also love Veena. And I love Veena for the reason because I can, you know, as somebody who's a minority and a dark-skinned Asian, and, you know, I grew up in the Philippines till like I was 8 years old, 9 years old, and I was always discriminated against because of my dark skin. And then I came to the United States. Not only I was discriminated for my dark skin, I was discriminated for the way I spoke English because, I mean, at that time when I was 9 years old, I would speak English with strong accent. Obviously, I had to work really hard to get rid of it. And I couldn't really comprehend the fact that, like, oh my God, people really have this nasty attitude towards certain people of minorities, people who they can bully because they're not part of the ideal standards of society. And that's why I was kind of hurt when Veena won, because I think her overall performance was really good. But we'll get into that later. But all in all, I feel that there wasn't really concrete reason to why she wouldn't win or even be a first runner up. So I was just really saddened by that, and saddened by by the rest of, you know, minorities who have that similar stories, who probably felt dejected and felt some sort of, like, you know, like sadness and grief, because that is the most painful thing. Light-skinned Asians, and obviously people who are white or Caucasian, you will never understand what it feels like to be discriminated against, you know, something that you can never remove, such as your skin color. And that's something that's really hard to remove, like such as your accent as well. So those kind of discrimination that is oftentimes will never be discussed in the community of particularly Asian, because it's like a taboo thing. They don't really talk about these kind of topics. Now, I grew up in America now, okay? So we talk about everything. So we're very open about these kind of oppressions and injustice that occurs. And I think it's really important. And I think ultimately that's why it was so difficult for me to, you know, make this video, because I was really hurt. I cried when Veena just like stood there and she's like it made me sad. Oh my God, I'm crying now because I know how that feels, man. Like, I know how it feels to be discriminated against, really. Like, when she stood there, like, I felt so sad that she stood there, that, like, I felt so bad because I know what that is like, to just stand there. Nobody know, you know, no one's gonna say it, but it's, you know, hush hush, behind closed door, in everyone's mindset. Like, that's what everybody's thinking, and nobody's gonna talk about it. But I'm a platform like her. She has a bigger platform, obviously, but she, you know, it made me sad that she stood there and she was standing there I was standing along with her, and a lot of you guys who are minorities are standing there with her, you know, behind her, understanding her pain. And I think that's really ultimately why I was so sad that she couldn't go further than second runner up, really. So that's about it, you guys. I'm gonna go on and recap the Miss Universe Universe Thailand now, okay? Okay, enough with the emotional stuff, because this is Be Extra with Del. Let's be extra happy, because it is a celebration, because I do like Anntonia also, and I do understand. I am very unbiased, and I get it. She has the quality that can really propel Thailand to get the next crown, because I get it. Being westernized and capturing being a Western girl is really important in winning Miss Universe, for sure. But let's start with the beginning of the show. So first and foremost, I just want to say, Thailand, sawadika, kapunka, for giving us what a show. The production is phenomenal. Everything was just amazing from start to end. It's drama, it's fashion show, it's everything we love. And they really played the whole Anntonia versus Veena really well. Notice how Veena would come in first and then Anntonia would come in next. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like a build up. It made me really question, was it rigged? But anyway, so thank you for the production, Thailand. It was beautiful. Well done, well done, well done. And then going into the swim competition, literally everybody who made it to swim deserved it. Literally, I can't even oh my God, the bodies, the swimsuit, those garden bikinis, amazing. Just imagine having that swimsuit and you go to Vegas or something, or Ibiza, or one of those pool parties, and you wearing this garden panties and garden bikini top. Oh, it's just beautiful. It was so sexy. Everyone looked stunning, beautiful. And here's an actual photo or a video of me during that time. Really, that's what I would love to look like that. But we're getting there. We're working on it. Okay, so for the evening gown, my disappointment was really Anntonia. I thought she was going to be better. I was like, wait, this is a total decline from her preliminary performance. Her preliminary performance was it. It was OMG, that is Miss Universe Thailand, crown her now. But her evening gown during the finale night, I almost felt like she went back to her Supranational era, where she was more of a basic bitch. Oh, just kidding, she's not a bitch, but she was more basic. And so I thought her evening gown was not as great as I expected. I felt the same way with Jazzy. I thought Jazzy should have changed her hair, honestly. That part, the side part and the curls, I don't even think that's her look. I really don't. I really felt like she should have kept her hair straight. And I don't know. And that dress didn't really work out for me. It didn't complement her walk, and I know she walks better than that. I was really shocked with the fifth girl. I forget her name. The fifth girl that, oh my God, my dog. But the fifth girl that got into top 5, I thought her gown was actually really beautiful, right there. That gray gown, I thought didn't suit her skin color, but I thought the gown in itself was beautiful, and it carried her. She didn't carry it. It carried her. Yes, and then obviously one of my 2 favorites, Chatnalin. I can't believe Chatnalin literally was so beautiful. Look at her. She's so gorgeous. I can't even with her. I was in shock, and that's when I knew that oh my God, it is possible that Chatnalin might take this if they wanted someone who spoke Thai. But wow, Chatnalin give you the face, the body, she was just fierce. And of course, Veena, look at her. What a stunning queen. She gave it. Oh my God, the earrings, that cocoon earrings. I don't know what the inspiration is, but I was getting this cocoon really ready to morph into a butterfly kind of moment, a metamorphosis, if one may say. And her hair up, as I said during preliminary, I was like, she needs to put her hair up on finale because she's gonna look amazing. I love the shoulder pads. I love this kind of rib detail on the bodice. So beautiful. As I mentioned, I love the padding also. It looked like a modern Thai queen. I think she did the reverse. She took she did what Anntonia did in the preliminary, that golden queen, and saved it for the finale night, as I expected she was gonna give it on finale night. But the most important part for me is that she did not do too much, and that is also in the swim. She was flirty, but she's not the usual like, oh, ooh, ah, ooh, wink, ah. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So she wasn't over the top, because she can be over the top. Okay, let's be honest, Veena fans out there. Okay. Unfortunately, for Anntonia, she didn't knock it out of the ballpark for the evening gown. So I kind of thought, like Veena was just leading the way. But yeah, that's about it for my evening gown recap. So let's go on to the question round, okay? Okay, for the top 5, I can't believe she burped during during her top 5 question, but I kind of thought it was cute. I was like, oh my God, that's so real. It's not pretentious. And she kind of just laughed about it, and she's like, whoops. Whatever. We all burp, okay, but no one does it on a Miss Universe stage, I guess. But, oh my God, I did not expect that. OMG. Oh my God. Oh wait, brush it off. Whatever. I burped. So what? Okay. So do you. So I thought she was cute, and she handled it really well. And then Chatnalin, I thought she was so captivating to me, you guys. Chatnalin was just, to me, like, I couldn't get over how stunning she was. And the way she spoke was like very soft spoken, and it was in Thai, so I don't know what she was saying, but that's okay. It's about like the communication, how she conveys it. I don't have to beg Thailand contestants to speak English to me just because I'm from America. Get the fuck out of here. Some of y'all people from different countries who are not from Thailand, like, oh my God, she needs to speak English. Shut the fuck up. No, they do not have to speak English. Don't be like the Philippines, where they're like obsessed about the English language. Not everything has to be about the English language. Okay, I mean, you can know English, but you can also speak in your own language. And that's what I admire about Thai beauty queens, is they speak their language and they also speak English. And that's beautiful. I love that. Okay, going back to top 5 question. And then I thought Jazzy did phenomenal. I think that's her biggest asset, is that she speaks really, really well. I mean, I'm just in awe when she speaks. She's so commanding, and just she gravitates. We gravitate to like really what she's saying, because she's really engaging. That's what I love about Jazzy. And I'm gonna take my remark about her previously, where she kind of talks a little bit arrogant, where she speaks almost like she's putting other people down, like us people, like normal people like us. Okay. But was very likable, and I really thought she was great. I don't like this whole thing. I don't like when she did that. I don't like when she was doing that. As a matter of fact, both her and Anntonia did the whole like they're nervous. I know they're pondering about what they're gonna say, but like, don't show it, girl. So on to Anntonia. I thought Anntonia answered the question very a standard, like giving back, sure, but she does have a tendency to do a copy and paste answer. Like, it's almost like she went online and researched some quotes and then she memorized it, and she's so good with English and words that she probably mixed it around and make it her own. That's to me what it sounds like, and she's done so much for Miss Supranational. There's gotta be something there that you can pull out and use for your answers, because you've been a queen previously. So I thought that was a missed opportunity for her. But yes, it does sound good, because the English is like brilliant, love it, and she knows how to speak well. That's not a problem. But you guys, the bar for her needs to be set high. She was a queen already. So to me, things should have been much harder for her. We should be more harder on her, because she's done this. She's been a queen. She's talked to all kinds of organization for entire whole year with Miss Supranational. So I thought it was lackluster in that sense because she's done this before. And of course, Weena, I thought she did great. She spoke in English, and questions like climate change, it's kind of difficult, not difficult, it's easy to answer, but also you don't want your answer to sound like everybody else's. And I think with Veena, she said it and she conveyed how she's going to promote to others how we can tackle the issue. But the problem is she didn't talk enough about it. And maybe perhaps if she could have given more factual information, how she can convince people of how she can we can eradicate climate change or improve it, then I think that would have been much stronger. But I think that her and Jazzy did the best. But at this point, in terms of overall performance, definitely Veena was doing way better than the rest of the girls, for sure. And then for the final three, obviously I thought this was totally justified. It's actually my final three as well. So I thought in the top three questions the question was, what's the global issue here and how we can solve it, So these girls can obviously be a great ambassador, any one of them, because they have large platform, especially Kirana, Jazzy. But I thought, to be quite honest, from top three, Jazzy did the best because she gave you a global issue. She talked about how she can handle it and how she can, promote this issue and ensuring that her followers hear her. And I'm actually surprised that she didn't talk about having 1 million followers. Okay, girl, because if I was Jazzy, I'd be like, do you see this? This is a million followers. That's all you need to know, Miss Universe Thailand. Make me the queen, okay? But she didn't. So I do think that she was incredible. She was very likable. And I think that she kind of went ahead in front of Anntonia at this point. And then Veena came back on. And I think Veena, the biggest problem with Veena is that I don't mind her repeating the climate change as the global issue for her, but I don't think that's the biggest issue for her. I think the biggest issue for her is inclusivity. And this is a global issue that we are dealing with because, there's so much going on in this world. People are trying to enter other countries. There's wars in Russia and Ukraine, simply because we don't have an inclusivity mindset. We're closing borders, etc. and so forth. So it just kind of speaks to her story because we already know in Asia, there is discrimination against dark-skinned people. So I feel like it would have been really strong and she could have tied her life story, even her being married, being discriminated about being married, to join a pageant was a problem that, is applied everywhere in this world, especially to women. So I think she would have talked about that. It would have been like, Veena, crown, of course. But it didn't work out that way. She talked about climate change. I think she realized that let me expand on climate change and really talk about it more. Unfortunately, to her, I already know what's in Veena's head. In her head, it's like, oh my God, I have to say this in English. I have to say this in English. It has to sound perfect. It has to sound perfect. Because unfortunately for her, every time, like in 2020, she was up against somebody who spoke English well. And now she's up against 2 bitches who speak English well. So it's like, oh my God. So now that's even more pressure for her, So there's just so much working against her. And I feel like that really succumbed in her mind. And unfortunately, that kind of, the nerves took over. But I do feel like she still answered the questions and gave a proper, solution to how she can adequately tackle the situation that is global problem that was being asked. Okay. And then for Anntonia, I think for Anntonia, she sounded great. Obviously, she's done this, and it's very easy for her to massage the answer and make it sound inviting, right? And again, since a lot of the judges are kind of closer to her age, or our age rather, okay, that it was easier for the judges to digest because they're not complex. It's like giving back. And so, that is for us to be like, oh yeah, giving back is great, but not really understanding what global issue that she wants to tackle. Did she mean she wants to tackle income inequality or poverty, and she can, ask people to give back or something? Or is it natural disaster? So I don't think she answered a question of what issue, but she just kind of wanted to give a solution utilizing her platform. So I thought her and Veena kind of was tied, even though her English was, it sounds westernized and Americanized, whatever. But I don't think she answered the question. But so at this point, Jazzy was the one that is deserving to be in top 2. And also, can we just look at the vinyl walk of Veena? Wow, what a stunning queen. What she was giving it. She was giving it to us, you guys. And I almost feel like she was being already set up to win. I just think it's the fact that, let's be honest, there's 2 judges in the panel that are friends with, really close friends with Anntonia. That is not fair. El Tecuyo Celeste with her filler lips, and Anne, the plus size girl, who's not even plus size, who both didn't make it to top 20, are both really good friends with Anntonia. I think that's not fair. Yes, there are other judges that are not Antonia's friends, but 2 is enough to make a difference. Like, that's not fair. If I joined Miss Universe, of course I wouldn't. Should I? No, I'm kidding. If I were a contestant and if I had 2 of my friends there, I'd be like, girl, if you let me win, I will, take you to El Salvador with me. I will hire you as my blah, 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 this and that. There's a perk in allowing your friend to win because you're going to benefit from that. Like, come on. For all some of the Anntonia friends out there or Anntonia fans, let's be real. That's a bit unfair, okay? And so, I mean, it's already unfair that she was a queen previously. Now you have 2 friends that are going to be part of the judging committee. Come on, you guys. Come on. And so ultimately, it was the crowning moment. Veena gets to be the second runner-up. And I was sad. I was really, really sad. And then I kind of knew that it was going to be Anntonia because she won a lot of the important awards during preliminaries. So I kind of knew that they were going to go that route. And look, with Anntonia being the Miss Universe Thailand, I do think there's a good chance that Miss Universe is not going to be El Tecuyo because she does. Whenever I do my Miss Universe prediction, I do consider how westernized the girl is. And what I love about Thai girls though, who are westernized, they still know their language. Let me tell you something about some of the Filipino candidates. Some of the queens, like Catriona, she barely knew her language when she competed. I mean, she probably barely knows Tagalog now. Celeste, that one's the worst. Celeste literally is from Italy, came to the Philippines, barely knowing English. I think she came to the Philippines in 2018 or something like that. And she's past beyond 18 or 19 or something like that, where she's basically an adult and she doesn't know any Tagalog or Filipino. At least I can say about the Thai girls, it's they know they're bilingual, and that's what I admire most about, the Thai queens. It's that at least they know their language and they are fully submerged into the culture of Thailand, which is, that's the best way. Who the hell represents a country and then you don't even know the language? Huh? So that's about it, you guys. That's my recap of Miss Universe Thailand. This was intense. So all in all, you guys, I thought Miss Universe Thailand was slaying, giving, everything, okay? I can't, y'all. I want to go to Thailand right now and just find Anntonia and murder her. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, I do love Anntonia and I wish her luck, and I cannot wait for Miss Universe El Salvador. Oh, how she is going to be competing against the Latinas, because you guys know the Latinas. Here's my problem though, because a lot of the Latinas who won recently, they kind of look Asianish. So she's gonna kind of blend in with them. So that's kind of the issue that I have, which I think with Veena, they would have had the chance to kind of stand out. Because, yo, let me tell you, maybe if like you put Veena against the Indian beauty queen or something like that, or Miss South Africa, because Miss South Africa is Indian. But like Miss South Africa has like that dark skin, gorgeous, Indian beauty. But I don't know what's gonna happen in Miss Universe India or Diva India. Namaste. I don't know what's gonna happen there, but look, Veena, what a beauty. Very unique, so that's just about it. But I do think Anntonia is gonna be killing it too. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Oh God. But yes, you guys, that's about it. Again, thank you so much, Thailand Khepun Kha, for letting me be in your, I guess, pageant culture and community. Thank you so much for supporting and watching the video, and I appreciate it. And again, watch out for my video for my top predictions and my favorites, so on and so forth, about Miss Universe 2023. And I am thinking of going to El Salvador, so let me know if any of you guys are going to go to El Salvador. Maybe we can all like meet up. None of you haters though, because you guys might murder me. I do not want to get murdered in El Salvador. Okay. That's about it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed the videos, and I truly have enjoyed this Miss Universe Thailand edition, and I hope, no, I don't have to hope, because I know that Miss Universe Thailand is going to bring it. They're going to kill it. I love it, and Veena, we love you. You are our shiro, always, and thank you for representing all the babes out there that feel discriminated against. Khepun Kha. Bye, guys.